You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in the lobby, staring at the clock, and your stomach is just doing absolute flips before a big job interview. But what if you could walk into that room feeling completely calm, knowing exactly how to steer the whole conversation? Well, today, we're diving deep into a really fantastic May 2026 guide from Resid.io on mastering job interview communication. This explainer is all about how you talk, how you connect, and how you leave a truly lasting impression.
Picture a huge tangled knot of string, just slowly unraveling into one perfectly straight, clear line. Well, welcome back to I Wish I Knew These Secrets. That unraveling string, that's exactly what we're going to do with your interview answers today. So often, candidates feel like interviews are just this massive gamble, just a stressful, tangled mess of trying to say the right thing. But strong delivery actually isn't about luck at all. As our source material points out, speaking well in an interview is a highly actionable skill. We're going to take that dread of rambling and turn it into a practiced, confident, straight line.
Okay, let's jump right into part 1, the human connection secret.
So the absolute biggest trap candidates fall into is trying to sound like some sort of corporate robot. Job seekers so often think they need to pack their answers with all these fancy buzzwords just to sound smart, but the guide tells us something really interesting. Swapping out that stiff corporate jargon for a friendly, everyday professional tone actually builds trust way faster. It should honestly feel like you're just chatting with a respected colleague. A really great tip from the guide: record yourself answering common questions. Play it back. Do you sound approachable, or do you sound like you're reading a press release? That genuine human touch is exactly what makes your answers stick.
Moving right along to Section 2, Mastering Interview Speech Mechanics.
Right? So here's the thing. If you talk way too fast, the interviewer is literally going to miss your key points. But if you go too slow, the energy in the room completely drops off a cliff.
Exactly. It's all about finding that sweet spot. The REZ.io guide gives us this brilliant rule of thumb. Basically, slow down when you're sharing your big achievements or explaining a really complex challenge you tackled. You have to give the listener time to absorb your value. And then you can speed up just a little bit when you're filling in the background details. Finding that natural rhythm shows so much confidence and keeps them completely hooked on your story.
And there it is. Did you notice what just happened there? That deliberate silence, just 2 to 3 seconds. Pauses are incredibly powerful tools. See, the human brain naturally wants to fill gaps in a conversation. So when you drop an important point and then just pause for 2 to 3 seconds, it creates this magnetic curiosity. It tells them that what you just said really matters, and it organically invites the interviewer to lean in and ask follow-up questions. It definitely feels a bit awkward at first, which is why practicing it in front of a mirror is a total game changer.
All right, let's look at Section 3, the Results First Framework.
Strong answers do not just happen by accident. They are built with serious intention. Here is the framework broken down step by step. Step 1, you lead with the results and metrics. Step 2, the problem you solved. And Step 3, the context. Doing it in this exact order changes everything. By starting with a hard metric, like saying, I helped increase quarterly sales by 15%, bam, you immediately grab their attention and you control the narrative. Only after you drop that anchor do you walk them through the challenge and the steps you took. They are way more likely to ask follow-up questions about the exact things you actually want to talk about.
And what's really fascinating here is this concept of solutions over examples. The top candidates out there, they don't just list off the tasks they did. Honestly, anyone can list tasks. The real secret sauce is bridging your direct results, like that 15% sales bump, to the bigger company goals. Did that sales increase help grow market share? Did it improve brand strength? You want to position yourself as a proactive problem solver, not just somebody who clocks in and checks off a to-do list.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 4. Thinking in broader systems.
The most sought-after candidates do not just live in their own little silo. You really need to consider these 4 interconnected business areas: finances, team collaboration, new markets, and long-term growth. When you're telling a story about a big project you led, don't just talk about the project in a vacuum. Explain how it improved team collaboration or how it optimized the budget. Tying your answers to these broader systems proves you've got that high-level strategic view. It shows you can spot and fix gaps before they even become an issue. And let me tell you, that is massive proof of your value to any hiring manager.
And finally, Section 5, keeping it concise. 60 seconds. That is your absolute golden rule for delivering key points. Short, punchy, highly focused answers work infinitely better than long, rambling stories where everyone loses the plot.
For sure. Keeping things concise does a few really crucial things. First, it respects their time, which they love. Second, it keeps the energy in the room totally high. And third, if you mention, say, working with multiple stakeholders, and then you just stop at that 60-second mark, you leave a natural opening for them to ask, oh, what challenges did you face with those stakeholders? It makes the whole thing feel like a real two-way conversation.
Now, reading about all this in an explainer is one thing, but doing it live under pressure, totally different ballgame. To make these habits automatic, you got to practice them systematically. Try these actionable steps. Record some mock interviews. Go back and actually listen to your pace and your pauses. And please, don't try to fix every single thing at once. Just focus on one area until it feels natural. You can even pair these new skills with a polished resume, using tools like Resit.io's Builder, or dive into their insights on AI-powered interview signal analysis to figure out exactly what recruiters are listening for these days.
As we wrap things up today, I absolutely love this summarizing quote directly from the guide. Turn every interview into a chance to show your true value and move your career forward. It just completely reinforces everything we've unpacked in this explainer. Interviewing is not some genetic trait you're born with. It's a skill. It's this beautiful mix of pace, structure, pausing, and just humanity. And it is something you can absolutely master with a little bit of effort.
So, we're going to leave you with this final question to untangle. What results will you lead with in your next interview? Seriously, think about your biggest, most impressive metric. Think about the big strategic goal it's supported. Get that 60-second pitch ready, remember to take a breath, and embrace the power of that pause. You are completely ready for that next big career move. Thanks so much for learning with us today.